Did you know that forgiveness can significantly speed up your healing journey? Let's explore today how this is actually possible, some ways that you can practically move forward. And at the end of this video, I'm going to share with you one powerful tool on how to get started in your healing journey and practicing forgiveness. If you don't know me, I'm Coach Kofia. I help women heal and thrive emotionally after divorce. Welcome to episode number 2 on our 7 series on healing and thriving after divorce that I'm sharing with you guys. I wanted to talk about this because I think it's a major key in having the life that you want. And so let's jump into these 5 things. I'm going to share with you forgiveness truly causes stress in your body. It causes chronic stress with anxiety, with depression, and with sadness. And what we don't realize is those things slowly eat away at us. Understand, chronic stress was not designed for you to carry. His burden is light. The second thing that unforgiveness does is it causes emotional exhaustion. What do I mean? Have you ever been mad at somebody and they did something wrong to you and you replayed that thing over and over and over and over and over again in your mind? Have you ever realized how much energy that takes from you? Because what happens is our minds do not know the difference between us replaying something that has previously happened to us experiencing something now in the present. We're feeling the emotions the same. Our bodies are being triggered the same. And so we are exhausting ourselves by replaying this stuff over and over in our mind and by not forgiving the other person. Number 3, our physical health is damaged and is lessened because we're holding on to unforgiveness. The amount of burden that we were designed to carry was never meant to be this heavy. And when we're holding on to this big black trash bag of all the offenses that somebody has done towards us, trying to keep record of them, trying to make sure we never forget, trying to make sure we never get hurt again and remind ourselves of the pain that we went through, we were never designed to carry that load. Okay. Number 4, it really jacks up our other relationships. I could not be as open in new relationships if I didn't have forgiveness. If we are done wrong, we felt like someone needs to pay. And if that other person isn't going to pay, who is going to pay? Well, I want you to consider that you can never make someone else pay. The only person who is ever paying by holding on to unforgiveness is you, is me. And what it does is it limits the ability and the availability that we have for other relationships. The final thing that is really messing us up as it relates to unforgiveness is that we stay stuck. Anything that we don't do or anything that prevents us from doing what God has called us to do, it is a distraction. And unforgiveness can be a distraction. And what that will do is it will keep you stuck in the same cycle that you're in. There's no happiness there. There's no joy there because you feel like it's always a dreading situation. The 2 things that you're going to get when you do forgive, you're going to have better relationships. Let me just define that forgiveness does not always mean reconciling the relationship. Forgiveness means I am no longer going to hold that person responsible for the wrong I feel like they've done. And you know what? Forgiveness is not a one size fits all. Forgiveness is a decision that we decide to make before we even know how to carry it out. Forgiveness is an intentional surrender of our will to God's will in our life. Forgiveness is saying, God, I don't understand all of the things. I don't understand. My emotions are not lined up, but I am deciding to forgive. When we have room to freely love other people, then we have room to freely receive love from other people. And that's going to allow us to be more open and be more free with sharing our feelings. Yes, I'm opening myself up for this person and they potentially could hurt me, but I'm also opening up myself for this person to be loved in a way that I've never experienced. And really holding on to that unforgiveness is keeping you from that. It was keeping me from that. There is an amazing amount of power forgiveness. There is power in your ability and your decision to surrender your will to God. You're not surrendering your will to anybody else. You're surrendering your will to the one who created you and the one who thinks highly of you and the one who sent his son to die for you. And when you take out the other person and you really say, my forgiveness is an act of obedience to God, it takes away the weight of it, the pressure of it. I had a lot of hurt and feelings of abandonment and feelings of resentment towards my ex, so I thought. But a lot of it stemmed from things that had happened to me early on in life. And the relationship I had with him and the dissolve of our marriage was just a reminder of that. And it just was one of the things that I said, see, nobody loves me. People leave me. And it wasn't until God was able to speak to those spaces in my heart and in my mind and in my soul that I was able to receive his love so that I can let go of the hurt. When you forgive the other person, it shifts your focus from what they did to now what you can do. And ultimately, you know what that does? That allows you to walk in a place of victory versus being a victim. Because a place of victory says, no matter what happens, I'm going to be okay. And I come out on the winning side. And it's all working out for me. Even if it looked like I took an L here, I promise you it isn't. It's a lesson learned and it's a victory won. Stay tuned for tomorrow's episode where we're going to be talking about who am I outside of the marriage? Who did God call me to be? And regaining your identity, the only thing that is unshakable. If you have enjoyed this video, definitely like, share, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments below, who do you need to forgive? Who is that person? Is that you? Is that him? Is that her? Who is that person? And can you decide to forgive? Go be great by what? Mastering what's on your plate. We'll talk soon. Later.